Hi, this is Greg Johnson with resourcesforlife.com, and this is a short video about the phenomenon of vertigo, of dizziness. Now, I remember when somebody was telling me they woke up one morning and just without having any previous experience like this, they woke up one morning and they were very dizzy. They said that they could barely stand up, and they ended up having to go to a doctor to find out what was going on. I've actually known a couple of people who've had this happen, and with no, they didn't have any accidents or anything that should have or would have caused this. So it's really kind of a mystery as to why it would have suddenly come up. Well, anyway, I've had this happen on a couple of occasions, and this morning was one of them. It's only happened like a couple of times, maybe three max, in my life where I've woken up and felt, just a little bit dizzy. So this morning, I woke up and felt fine. I turned on my right side, and suddenly it was like the room was spinning. I turned back on my back, and then everything was fine again. I turned on my left side, everything was fine. So it was only when I turned on my right side that I felt like things were kind of spinning. So anyway, my sense of what was going on was just that maybe there's something to do with inner ear pressure or sinuses or something like that. I felt that it had to do with, something with sinuses or inner ear fluids or pressures, something like that. So what I did was I spent about 10 to 15 minutes doing some yoga, and this very consistent and kind of serious or severe, intense dizziness at the end of this 10 to 15 minutes of yoga eventually disappeared. And I finished with some meditation also. So anyway, I thought it was really interesting that, in fact, that's the same practice that I went through the last time this happened, which was like probably 3 or 4 years ago. Was to immediately address what I thought at the time, and again this morning, was something to do with inner ear pressure or fluid. The reason I tried doing the yoga right away was because I've noticed if I wake up in the morning and I have a stuffed up nose or kind of pressure in my sinuses, which can happen, I think most people have had this experience. You wake up and your nose is kind of stuffy. I've noticed that when I do my morning yoga routine, that within a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of doing some yoga stretches, that nasal pressure and congestion goes away. And I don't know if it's just the stretching of the muscles. I do some actually strength training and muscle toning and muscle strengthening and stretching all within this daily morning yoga practice. But anyway, I've already had the experience of having sort of stuffy head and then doing yoga and then immediately no more stuffy head. So I thought, I'm going to try this and see if it helps with this vertigo or dizziness experience. And sure enough, it did. It was sort of at least in my case, it was kind of a cure for it. Now, this little video message isn't meant to be a replacement for sound medical advice and medical attention. If you're having some kind of vertigo or dizziness and whatever, you probably need to talk to a doctor. But I'm just throwing this out there as a possible suggestion or information for insight into what might be causing, for some people, this phenomena or sensation of very severe dizziness when you wake up in the morning. So my stretching routine is available on resourcesforlife.com on the website. You can take a look at that if you're interested. I hope to post a video as well to show some of these postures or asanas that I use in the morning, again, that are for stretching and also toning, strength training. But anyway, I hope this has been helpful and informative, and if you have any more suggestions or insights regarding this, I would really love to hear from you on that, either by email or you can send me a video or whatever. Most people write by email. So that's about it. Take care.